What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to the live stream. Thank you for coming hanging out with me. As you guys know, I'm host Sway from Host Sway's Exotics. And, I like to make videos about my reptiles and amphibians and how to take care of them, just like the usual deal. So, today we're just going to be hanging out and just doing a little bit of live streaming since I'm off work today. It's going to be a little bit easier. Get some stuff done, and maybe you guys give me some ideas of some new content you guys want to see coming out in the future because I always love giving your guys input on that. So let's see. We got Moon over Miami. Good morning. What's going on with you? You got JAP Jap. I'm assuming. What's going on? Let's see. See what else we got going on here. So if anybody wants to join in the chat, I will say you have to be over the age of 18 and you have to have your camera on before I can let you on the live stream. I'll probably go ahead and share the link in the chat. So if you guys want to hang out with me as well, we'll probably be talking about reptiles in general. Let's see, not that one. Copy. You at work today? Yeah, I understand. I haven't worked all week long, man. It's been a long week for me. I still got some stuff to do. I got to go down there, pick up some feeders, and go feed the animals at their place. And then I also got to just go check out the actual store today and go look at that stuff. And I'm also probably gonna go herping a little bit later on this afternoon when the sun starts to go down and go see some real cool animals. I didn't know if maybe if you guys been liking those videos. I've been putting a little bit of work into the herping stuff, trying to figure that whole thing out down here in Florida and all. It's really nice. You see a lot of cool reptiles. I see iguanas all the time. That's really cool to get to look at. We see curly tail lizards, brown anoles, Cuban tree frogs, house geckos, just on a normal basis. So, but the further south you go, the more reptiles you'll find. I believe there's also chameleons and some other stuff like that as well. And if you're also wondering why we're doing a live stream at this early in the morning, is I want to try out a different time to see if that would make a difference in anything that we're doing. Let's see, put that there. Let's see. But if anything, what we can do is, and I'll share the screen just a second. Get this pulled up for you guys. What we can always do is go through some of these real cool animals that we have on Morph Market so we can learn about as well. Colubrids. And today I'm feeling like it's going to be a colubrid day. I don't know if you got the joke in that or not, but share screen. Chrome tab. Booyah. There we go. So let's see what we got here. Another thing that's real cool to know is I just found out that milk snakes, some of the Central American species, they have been reclassified into a different family now. It says, let's see, Lamprepeltis polyzona is the new classification that they added. This is going to consist of let's see. Not sure. we'll get to that in a second, but we'll keep on looking away at some of these guys here on Morph Market. It says, "How many animals do you have, and what is your favorite?" As far as animals that I have right now, I used to have a red-eyed tree frog. That was probably my favorite animal that I had, just because the way they look and all, and it's one of my favorite frog species in general. And then, of course, my favorite probably be the boa. I love the boa constrictor the most because he's probably gonna be the biggest snake that I have, and he's just real cool color. And then got a couple ball pythons, other things like that, garter snakes, king snake. So I mean, I love all of them the same. It's kind of hard to choose which one you like, but they're all pretty dope in my opinion. But as far as like, just for instance, with the milk snake that I have a Pueblan milk snake, which is going to be one of these guys here. You see, they don't cost a whole bunch of money. Most of these captive bred, captive born. So most expensive ones, what, $450, 150 for the other ones. I believe mine is more or less kind of like a Halloween Pueblan milk snake. Looks kind of like this one, more black and red than anything. No, black and yellow. Then they have albino apricots. They're just different colorations in that same snake and all. These are probably my favorite species of king snake or milk snake in general, just the Pueblans, because I think they look the prettiest. They're not, and they're pretty decently priced, so it's not super duper expensive. Let's see. So let's go. I guess it's only one page, so that's pretty. Still, don't like this albino apricot. That's pretty dope. You don't get to see that too often. So with the albino morph, I'm guessing it takes the black out of this one because obviously it was black, yellow, and red before, but takes all the black pigment out. And this one says the juvenile 4.5 month old albino male apricot phase Pueblo milk snake, 250. So ain't too bad. So if you want to see some differences within the milk snake, so this is the Pueblan, and then we're going to have another one that I like is the Sinaloan, which as you can see, the stripes are just a little bit different. Like you can look at this one, this is albino Sinaloan. This one, the yellow stripes are severely reduced, and you still get the black pattern out of the actual albino morph as well. So, if you want reduced yellow stripes, that'll be definitely a way to go. Is get you a Sinaloan, and they also have ones like this one, which is a splotch pattern. So, this is a little bit more common than you would actually think. But a lot of these guys. And if you're just now joining the live stream, we're just sitting there talking about just a little bit differences between milk snakes. We'll get into the classification stuff in a little while, but I really enjoy doing this one and talking about milk snakes just in general. So make sure you guys hit the like button down below and share this video out so that way we can get people on here on the live stream and hang out with us. Maybe doing a second one later on this evening whenever I get back. I have another one planned out with a slideshow and some other stuff to talk about Cuban tree frogs. So if you're on here now, you're getting a little sneak peek of what you may be seeing later on tonight, or maybe filming or editing a video for if I do manage to go herping. So that'll be another thing. And I figure Saturday morning, maybe people like sitting in the bed waiting to sit on YouTube, make see this live pop up, and come hang out. Of course. So let's check out this Stewart's milk snake. It looks real similar to the Sinaloa milk snake, so I'm kind of disappointed. Still a very pretty snake though. Let's go back. Let's see. Let's see what the Mexican milk snake looks like. So with the Mexican milk snake, the blacks and the yellows are a little bit reduced, and you got a lot more red in this snake. So you want a more of a red milk snake, that'd probably be the way to go with this one. Because this one says it's a het transformer possible het albino. So what that means is 100% het for aberrant and a possible het for albino. So that'll be something to be worth if you want to get some albino Mexican milk snakes. Which again, we know we were talking about before with the albino gene is going to take the blacks out of the actual snake here. So you're going to be looking at probably, I don't know, we'll just have to see if we come across one. And then here you got your Honduran milk snake, which is again you got more reds and stuff in here and less blacks and yellows. But they come in a lot of different colors. Like here's an albino tangerine. This is more or less like an orange one here. See how this is. We get on StreamYard. He says after 4 p.m. for me. All right, cool. So you must be a little bit further away from us then. Oh yeah, forgot about this too. This is gonna be a thing. We're gonna start wearing the hat a little bit more often too for you guys. And yeah. So let's see. Back onto it. So with this albino tangerine 100% heck ghost. So that means this is hypo, albino, anathoristic, and also tangerine, which that's a lot. That's a 4 gene animal in there. So that's really cool. So as I was saying, like I said, with the Hondurans, they're a little bit more red, and with this one, I guess the what is that? The yellows in the middle, they're also um, they got those orange as well. So that's pretty cool to look at. Especially if you want a colorful snake, that'd probably be the way to go. Because this snake tends to be more orange in general. Like, let's see if I can find. Oh, they all look the same to me. Yeah. From here, this is a hypo tangerine, het albino. As you can see, scientific name Lamprepeltis triangulum hondurensis. So let's check out another one. I don't know if you've seen. Let's see. This is an Andean milk snake. So I'm thinking this is more like a lot of these are more locality based because, like I said, the Pueblo milk snake comes from southern Puebla, Morelos, around that area. With the and central, what was it Mexico? I mean, that's central Mexico. I think it's close to Oaxaca too. When I was doing some research on my Pueblo milk snake for a video, so I would definitely go check that out and get to see more a little bit more of these localities for these snakes and where they're coming from. So obviously, Honduran milk snake is from Honduras. I believe the Sinaloan milk snake. There's a Sinaloa is a place. I'll probably pull that up for you guys real quick. We'll go back to this. All right, so Sinaloa is a Mexican state within Mexico, and they are right here located. So they're close to the panhandle, I guess, of where Mexico is and the coast right here. So they're right in between the I guess that's a sea you would call, or is that a gulf? Not sure. And then here's another map here. Guess I could probably zoom in for you guys. But if you didn't know, Mexico does have states because they are a whole country just like the U.S. is. One more time. Oh, he's in England? Okay, cool. I figured you were probably somewhere over there in that region because I got a buddy who lives in New Zealand, and it's normally I think he's a little bit further past that. He's probably like 3 o'clock in the morning or something over there for him. Who knows? Let's see. We got see, was black milk snake? $600. That looks kind of similar though to the other ones we were just looking at though. Probably that's probably. I wonder how long that was been on there. So let's see. Let's check out some of these anatharistic ones. So there's a snow Honduran milk snake over here, which is albino and anatharistic. So this one severely reduces all the patterning and stuff. So as you can see, I don't know if I'm tripping, but okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, so this almost getting closer to an all white snake when you combine the albino and the anatharistic together. Birth of 2021 says the new snake, but it is a Honduran milk snake. Check on comments. See, there's an extreme hypo right here. So what's this? It's a hypo. Is an extreme gene. It's 100% het for anatharistic and is aberrant. So apparently that gives you this crazy guy here. Like, look at the oranges on that. That's freaking crazy. There's a couple snows, anery, tangerines. Let's see. Vanishing pattern. Let's check this out. Uh, Nothing too cool, in my opinion. Let's see what's extreme. Hmm. They all look kind of about the same. No worry, it's that's probably coming from the same breeder. Yeah, SCM, so it's all coming from the same person. Now, I really like this Halloween though. The Halloweens look really pretty to me because they're more of a black and yellow snake, and they have a little bit of red, and you can probably see the red on their undersides. But they only got one picture on there, but I think I like those the most. Now we go back. Now this albino apricot looks pretty cool too. I think we looked at this one earlier, but I really like that snake too. But the blacks and the yellows and the reds is what really makes them pop. Because if you didn't know about milk snakes have a form of mimicry called Batesian mimicry, where they mimic a venomous species of snake versus them not being actually venomous. So let's check out, see what else we got here. Let's go back to home. Oh, here we go. Category. Let's go with some geckos. Check out these guys. These guys can get pretty expensive. As you can see, the first one being $5,000. But it says this is coming from the lilac line number 8. And I believe the Leachianus gecko is one of the largest geckos in the world, but they're super duper expensive. So I'll definitely check into the Leachianus geckos. Those are real cool to look at. I actually got to see some recently and interact with them, so that's really cool. See if we can get you a good picture of one here. So this one was like 1,200. So this one's probably a real cool picture. And if you can see, they're not really anything like special to look at, but they do have some really crazy looking eyes for a gecko. but they're more or less like a mossy colored, like they're like green, gray, kind of brownish colored, and they got all this flappy skin, but they're real cool little geckos. And like I said, I think they probably get maybe 2 feet long, maybe a foot and a half long, thick bodied gecko. But they're more of an arboreal species, so they can climb up walls easily and do stuff. Look at that guy. And here you can see a whole lot better picture of his eyes. So they have like gray colored eyes with their slip because obviously I think they're I'm pretty sure they're nocturnal species. But these are one of the New Caledonian geckos, so they come from New Caledonia, I'm assuming. But they are Arachnodactylus leachianus is their scientific name. I might do a video on that, probably write that down because I am really interested in these guys. I've always liked these, I always wanted one, along with the day gecko, which I do have, so I'm fine with that. Which is funny enough, there's day gecko right there. Let's see what else we got. Urodactylodes. African fat tails are pretty cool. I'm not too big of a fan of those. Tokays are pretty cool. We can look at some day geckos. Check out these guys. As you know, I do have one of these guys, but not one like the ones you see here. Well, I mean, there's a Madagascar giant day gecko, but some of these are really cool looking, like the gold dust day gecko. They have golden tails, blue eyes around them, or blue eyelids around them, and have like little like gold dots going down their back and stuff. So that's really cool in my opinion to take a look at and see. As you can see, they're not super duper expensive. $80, $110. Like check out the standings day gecko. Never, I don't know if I've ever seen this one. So this one looks will have more like a tegu pattern, in my opinion. This one has like it's blue on its tail, and it has spots like almost tiger striped all the way up. And you feed them on live crickets. Let's see. There's a crimson right here. See, this looks a little bit more like what I have, but this one's a lot more red pattern on it. Palm Beach colubrids. He's down here somewhere. Quick. Nope, nothing important coming on there. It's just amazing how some of them look like coral snakes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's the thing. Like they mimic the coral snake. That's the actual snake that they're uh supposed to be like resembling, and that's why a lot of animals tend to stray away from that. And that pattern also helps them to when they start to move real fast, it like almost like makes them disappear, even though they're odd colored like that. And lychees, yeah, lychees are freaking awesome for geckos and stuff. If you're really into that, like definitely go check out the Leachianus geckos. You can get one for a decent price. Like man, reptiles can get expensive. Like when you start getting to the more exotic stuff and the more out of the norm, instead of like your bearded dragons, leopard geckos, ball pythons, that kind of stuff. But ball pythons is really a whole nother story because just your normals not going to run you a whole bunch of money. But you start getting into morphs if you want something real cool in the ball python gang, then mm-mm, I wouldn't recommend it because we were looking at, for instance, I don't know if it's still on here, but let's see. This one right here. A 2014 Skittles Paradox Albino Piebald Silver Streak Chimera. So what a chimera is whenever two genes are like spliced together, I believe, and they make into one. but it's not really a reproducible thing. So let me just make sure I give you guys the right information. What is a chimera? Because I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Let's put genetic chimera. So a chimera is an organism or tissue that contains at least two different sets of DNA. So most often originating from the fusion of as many different zygotes or fertilized eggs. Uh, yeah. So pretty much. So yeah, I was kind of on the money with that one. But yeah, so this guy is piebald, super pastel, paradox, black pastel, and albino. And as you can see, I zoom in, let me click on the picture here. Zoom in. This snake has all kind of different colors going on. You got your regular colors going on here. You got your albinos, pieds, and you can tell this snake has got something going on because its eyes are two different colors as well. And then you can see the different patterning on its head and different things like that. But the thing is, with that snake, you go down, zoom in on that. That's a $40,000 snake that can't even reproduce, but it's a badass snake. And you can see his skills is a one of a kind albino pied silver streak chimera slash paradox. Original breedings of an albino black pewter to separate piebald females have produced five paradox in total, four with one pink eye and one black eye. Pics available. Says proven breeder. So I don't know. But that's a badass snake. It's worth every bit of those 40,000 though. So let's go to some tortoises. We don't really look at tortoises too much. Let me check on the chat here. Yeah, chimera. Yeah, that's what. Yep. I'm glad you learned something. Then that's the main thing. That's what I want to do. Let's see here. So they got an actual good little bit of turtles on here, or tortoises. So aldabras are like the second largest tortoise in the world. I'm pretty sure. As you can see, they got a pretty good price tag on them, about 2 grand to 10 grand a piece. Females are way more expensive than that, but they're probably the closest thing you can get to a Galapagos tortoise, which is the largest species of tortoise in the world. But these guys would be a close second, and they're pretty similar, and they're more easy to get since the ones in the Galapagos you can't get at all. So, but Aldabras are pretty dope looking. Let's see. Might as well we click on the picture and look at a little gander of one. Awesome looking tortoise. Very nice, but they dig. I'm pretty sure they dig and burrow a lot. Let's see. They got any of my other favorite ones. Another one that's really cool to look at are sulcatas, but I don't see a sulcata on here. Oh wait, here we go. Spurred. So with the sulcatas, they have more like how can I explain? They're more of a tan color, and I like the tan color a whole lot. But they get pretty huge as well. They're the third largest tortoise, I believe, in the world. Um, and they're real big diggers as well. See if we can see. I think this is probably a big one. Yeah. See, here you go. This be a good representation. baby sulcata on top of his head. Probably not a full grown sulcata. And look how those scales are on their arms and legs and stuff. Look how like dinosaur looking that is. So thanks davisjungle.com for letting us see this awesome picture of your sulcatas and share it out here amongst the world. But look at the shells and the plurals and stuff on their back. It's freaking awesome. And you can tell it's a healthy tortoise. Like if you didn't know, tortoises that don't get enough sun, calcium, UVB, and that kind of stuff, their shells will start to get pyramids and things like that and starting to show up in them. So the more of a rounded tortoise shell is, the more healthier that tortoise is. And just my experience of what I've known about tortoises and stuff in general, I would definitely check that out. So we're 30 minutes in. I just want to play something for you guys so that way we get a little bit of a break for a quick second. And we can give some special thanks out to some of the people that help support our channel here at Hostways Exotics. All right, guys. So let's see. All these people that was actually on that list there, like I said, those are people that support our channel here at Hostways Exotics. And if you want to get on that list, you got to give us a super chat, and I'll put you on the list, and we give you a good shout out, and hopefully get you guys some subscribers as well. So we appreciate you guys coming hanging out with us and doing all the stuff on that, and we'll keep on back to it. And real. So Sulcata's real popular, and this is another big one too, right here. You can get a look at. See, as you can tell with this tortoise, it's pretty healthy. Like the pyramid and stuff isn't too bad on his shell and all. But other than that, he looks pretty good. So always make sure you check that out. Make sure your tortoise's shells and everything looks good. Because you can tell here with the babies, these are Sudanese sulcata tortoise. See how round that is? No pyramids or anything. That's how they're supposed to be. Let's see. You got Herman's tortoise, which is pretty cool. Just another tortoise, land turtle. And if you didn't know, tortoises and turtles are totally two different things. Tortoises live on land, turtles live in the water. And if you put a tortoise in water, they probably drown and die. Can't I don't think they can really swim that well. Versus tortoises, they can go on land and back in the water, but they also have web feet, and tortoises don't have web feet. So that's a little knowledge for you guys if you didn't know. Let's look at some crocodiles. See what kind of crocodiles we got. Probably know it's not too many because most ones you see in the pet trade are these smooth fronted caimans, which they only got one. That guy's 3 grand for one of them. No, they're pretty badass. Seen a couple of these. But dude, let me look at that. It's badass looking crocodile. I don't think the smooth fronted caimans get like too big. They may get 4 feet, 5 feet, something like that at max. Versus you may have a 12-foot alligator if you get what's one? What's the other one we got? American alligator Mississippiensis. Yeah, you guys don't know, that's the actual scientific name of the American alligator, which is the most common one found across the U.S. In the South. I'm pretty sure just down in the South, but this one is an amelanistic, so pretty much albino alligator. So that's pretty badass. Alligators are a different breed of reptile. I mean, they're pretty badass. Probably, in my opinion, they're probably the closest thing to a dragon or like an actual dinosaur next to like monitor lizards and things like that. They're pretty badass. So, alligator Mississippiensis. Don't know why they have that name or who named them, but that's them. Let's see what else we got her. There's one I was thinking of. I forgot about. I don't think it was a snake though. Oh, lizards. Yeah, let's go to lizards. Other lizards. Here we go. Let's look at some monitors. Now these guys are something else, something to be respected. Because the claws on these guys is no joke in general. You can look at some of these pictures and you can just tell, like, same thing with iguanas, but it's something we'll probably look into next. Oh, we got six. Oh snap! What's up, Marcus? How you been, brother? You and BP are not doing the show together anymore. I haven't been around work. It's been crazy. Oh, that albino was super expensive. But yeah, me and BPO don't do the show no more. It's all good. Things come to an end. I got a lot of stuff going on down here in Florida. I need to be doing my own thing anyway, so I can keep up with all my stuff on like Coastways Exotics. So that way we can keep it going with the same style content, like what I want to do with everything I need to be doing with my channel, especially when it's monetized now. So I gotta make sure we stay on top of that, make sure we don't lose that because that's a good a good little help with making sure keeping up with the animals, doing more in that. So it's freaking awesome. So how's everything been going with you? I seen you message me on Instagram. I haven't had a chance to message you back. My bad, bro. I work Monday through Friday too, and then we'll do 10 to 6:30. It's like all day. Now by the time I drive 30 minutes back home, 7 o'clock, go exercise for a little bit. It's 8:30, 9 o'clock. Then gotta get ready to do a little bit of work on YouTube videos, and then do 11, 12 o'clock here. I'm in the bed sleep, so I'm always busy. But yeah, dude, let's check out Savannah monitors are really cool there for if you want something that's a pretty decent sized lizard and fairly nice as a baby that you can kind of raise up and do stuff with. But you have to be very careful with these guys because they do got a mean chomp on them. But their claws too, but they're pretty cool. Give you guys a little close up what a Savannah monitor looks like. So they have these real prehistoric looking heads too, because they kind of remind me of like if you seen Jurassic Park, the the Velociraptor head, it kind of reminds me of that, or either like a frilled dragon. Frilled dragons are kind of real like Jurassic Parky animals. See, here's another good savannah. This you can see the patterning on the back. They have a lot of just like little circle patterns and stuff on them. They have some real cool scales, like around, especially around the back of the neck, and kind of goes back in there. Like you see that big wide head at the top here, but they're freaking awesome animals. And I think this is a water monitor. Yeah, here's a water monitor of some sort. So these guys got a little bit different patterning and stuff on them, and their head is completely different. They have more like an alligator style head, in my opinion, or like actual like a skink head, or I don't know. Like they look a whole lot different. And then they got the real long tails and all, and you can see the claws again there too. He said, super busy at work training new staff. So I'm working 15-hour days, anywhere five. Oh, good lord. I hope they pay you by the hour, brother, because you need all that. 'Cause they give you salary, you need more. Yeah, I know you be working, man, because you got a full-time job, and then because you're like the manager of the whole place too. He says Savannah bit my 4-year-old. 2 days ago. Thank God he didn't lock her jaw. Ooh, yeah. He said, so they do look like raptor dinosaurs for sure. Hell yeah, it does. See, here's a mangrove. This is a really cool looking monitor lizard. Oh, don't want to go there. Get that off the screen. Here's a what is this? USCBB black dragon. So this is a variant, some kind of Varanus. That's real cool to look at. Now, dude, look at the scales on that. Like that's freaking insane. I love looking at scale patterns and stuff. So yeah, see they have a little bit longer snout like the water monitors, and look at the big old eardrum right here on the side of his head. Pretty long little tail. This one's just an all black one. Here's a black roughneck monitor lizard. And there again, you see that big old eardrum. And see that big old long tongue they got. And they use that to kind of gauge everything around the surroundings. Look at the pattern on his back. Look like he's yellow, black, white, and some other colors too. And the big old scales on the back of the neck going down. I guess hence the reason why I call it roughneck monitors. Yeah, monolith is freaking dope, man. Let's see this LTC yellow monitor. Let's check this guy out. See, these guys look more like a Savannah monitor pattern on the back, but they still have that typical monitor head, not like that Savannah monitor has. Because you've seen the Savannah monitor, they have a real wide head between the eyes here, not so skinny and slender. But the thing is, you got to remember before going out and buying one of these, these guys do tend to get a couple feet long. So you want to make sure that you're ready for that, and it's not something you want to grow into. It's something you need to know beforehand because dude, these are some massive lizards, and it can potentially harm you and like hurt you a little bit. Like Marcus Family Reptile said, he's bit his daughter's foot the other day, so that's a thing. But like I said before, like you can see that this is one that you can see a real big difference in between the head. So they have that real wide head up here because they do eat rats and rodents and stuff, so they need that wide head. Hmm. I guess. Now, you know what? I won't look at that. What else we got down here? Let's check out some invertebrates. See what kind of. I know it's a reptile channel, but we can look at invertebrates. Centipedes, millipedes, isopods, mantises. Let's look at some mantises. That's a badass animal. Chinese golden mantis. He's super duper small. Oh, wait. Oh, get off of that. I didn't realize who that was. See, this is a Hierodula venosa, a mantis baby. Mantidae is the family. That's cool. Learn about that. It's a pretty dope looking mantis. They have these big compound eyes on each side of their heads. I believe they can look around like 180 degrees and look at those claws on the back of their hands right here. Look at this guy. And this right here just goes to show you like the differences in all these animals, even though they're praying mantises, this one looks completely different compared to the rest of them. Still basic, like compound eyes, mouth parts, mandibles, two claws, two front grabbing claws, but bigger rest of the body. Oh, it does say the name at the bottom, so we don't want to look at those. Let's see what else we got. Scorpions. Scorpions are really cool. Asian forest scorpions, dwarf wood scorpions, centroides. Oh wait, nope, I don't want to go there. So I mean, we could go on for days and sit here and look at all these different reptiles and stuff that they got here. That sucks, Marcus. You said the gorgeous lizards, man. I want one of them. It's like I really enjoy the bugs and stuff like that because the bugs are really cool to look at and things. But there's just so many of them out there. Let's check out some turtles. See what kind of turtles they got on here. Cooters, mud, musk turtles. Those are pretty dope. Let's look at some of these guys. See what all they got. Here, see, they don't got any ones with the head out though. The shells look really cool on them, but the razorback musk are probably one of my favorite ones. So what we'll do is, since I don't want to look at any of those pictures on there with them, get in trouble, of course. But now we can look at some and get you a good picture of what a razorback musk looks like. Of course, they got the first picture pop up. Here we go. This would be a good one. Cause I like they have like silver skin with like black spots all over them. And they got that pretty awesome looking shell. Like here, you can see a little bit better. They got real cool looking eyes. I like those. The musk turtles are real cool. And you got your cooters, your sliders, and all that other stuff too. And as you would, I'm not a fan of soft shell turtles. If you guys didn't know that, dude, soft shell turtles are so weird to me. What's up, Kara? Welcome to the live stream. I've been loving the new job and all. It's pretty awesome. Just can't really talk about it too much because they're kind of real. They kind of want to keep that stuff on the down low. But yeah, it's awesome place to work at and love it. And if you want to know, like, be curious, like, why am I like live streaming like 11, 12 o'clock in the morning? Well, it's because I want to see if I can draw in a different crowd of people, see if we can get something started a little bit different. We might start doing this maybe just on Saturdays, do a Saturday morning live stream. Because I don't know, as a kid, like growing up, like Saturday mornings was always a big thing to me because I would get up, I would get up, watch cartoons, that kind of stuff, and eat cereal, and just watch cartoons and stuff. So I want to, maybe get some people up and try to do this thing, man. It's awesome. I'm a morning person. I'm not really a morning person, but I do love getting up in the morning, getting stuff done because you don't want to waste your whole day. So, what's up, Doug's Monsters? Welcome, man. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, the shell on that razor is freaking awesome. Check this out, a Quang Tung River turtle. That's a hell of a name. And you can't really see it too much. The shell looks kind of weird though. I don't know. least soft shell turtles. Oh yeah, they are. Oof. That's why they look so weird, as you can tell. Let's see. Let me go back. Let's see here. Let's not look at the weird turtles. You got your map turtles are real cool. Snapping turtles are probably my favorite. Like turtle, like like aquatic turtle. Dude, the look at any of these on here. We'll Google it real quick. Let's see the alligator snapping turtle. It's probably my favorite one, hands down. I would love to get an alligator snapping turtle. I mean, dude, look at this badass thing. This is a good picture too. It's 3000 72 by 240. Yeah, it's gonna be real good. Look at that. Dude, that's not the most prehistoric looking thing that you've ever seen in your life. I don't know what you've been watching. And the thing is with alligator snappers, if you see, they have this little red tongue here. So basically, they sit underwater and they bury themselves down in the sand and they sit out with their mouth open and they wiggle that little tongue around as like it's a worm or something like that. So when a fish comes by, check it out. Snap. Gone. And they have the bite force. Like, if you want to see a real cool video, Coyote Peterson put one out on YouTube a little while back, and you can go check that out. And he actually got bit by one of these guys on the arm, and dude, it messed him up pretty bad. So go check out him and check out that video as well. Let's get you guys another look at this. This is how big these guys can actually get. You guys can actually see that a little bit. That's a big old turtle. Look at that thing. You see the tongue a little bit better here in this picture, though. That's a prehistoric looking turtle. Look at that eyes. The eyes are just fierce. Here's I don't know if I could really be showing these, but we're gonna look at them today. Like here's another big one. Huge turtle. And this guy's got one pulled out of the water. And he's holding them. You gotta hold them a certain way too, because they'll take your arm off. Look at the claws on them. But as babies, they're super cute. Because babies, you don't have to worry about it as much if you raise them up. But I mean, they still have the possibility that they can snap at you. So now here's a good representation of a good side view of them. So I believe the difference is, you got your alligator snappers like this, and then you have your common snapping turtle, and I think those guys have like little horns going down their tail, and that's one of the big differences with them. We'll see real quick. Let me go to common snapper. Now these guys are pretty big too. Now, no, don't get it confused. So now here's a good side view that you can see here. See like the spikes going down the tail here, but they don't have all those ridges on the shell. That's one of the differences in your common snapper and your alligator snapper. And and like I was saying, here's Coyote Peterson with the video I was talking about here. So here you can see your alligator snappers on your left, and then you got your common snapper on the right. But look at the claws on each one of these turtles. You can see the alligator snapper's bigger, but still, they're both pretty large animals. The head is completely different. Let's see, get another good picture of this here, common snapper. See this? That's an alligator snapping turtle. Even though it says common snapping turtle in this picture here, that's an alligator snapper. Because you can see how the shell is completely different. Has these little ridges on it. They have a smooth tail, head shape's different, everything. Versus your common snapper has smooth shell, head's different, and you look at the tail, boom, telltale sign, common snapper. Yeah, I'm everything's going good here. Doing good down here in Florida. I'm loving every minute of it. It's a little bit on the hot side, of course, because it is South Florida. I don't live in Central Florida. I live in South Florida, so it's stupid hot down here, and it rains every single day. It's awesome though. Let's see. Was it hard making the big move with your reptiles? Not kind of, sort of, not really. I got them set up. They're not here with me, obviously. But I do have them set up somewhere. Got them taken care of. Gonna go check on them today and do some stuff with them. Yeah, the claws snapping. They're amazing. What's up, Mr. Payne? How you been, brother? I got one to hit you up, man. See how you were. I haven't talked to you in a little while. Just been kind of finally settling down, getting everything to a groove down here, working and living down here in Florida. He said the rebellion. He said the Confederacy needs to return. I'm dead. Hope all is well. Yeah, same with you, brother. Hope it ain't too late over there. What time is it for you, Benji? Long live the Confederacy. You have the flu. It ain't no coronavirus, is it? But let's see. We're at 57 minutes. That ain't too bad. But let's see. Here's another good picture of the snapping turtle. Yeah, you got to be careful with those guys. They'll take your finger off. So let's get back on Morph Market. Boom. Here we go. Then there's a Florida snapper, and then there's Aubrey's flap shell turtle. Let's check out this Florida snapper. It looks kind of the same. It's just a baby though, super small one. So let's check out some painted turtles. Some of these turtles, like when you start getting to like the painted turtles and things like that, they have some real awesome coloration on them. Like you can see on this guy, like if you look at the top of his shell, like he has awesome patterns of greens, yellows, blacks. Even the face, like look at his eyes are colored. He has a stripe going right down his eye, and it makes him blend in when you can barely see him. Mm. Let's see. Trying to find a real good one I can show you. So let's see. Let's not go to. Oh, not want to see no box turtles. App turtles, cooters. Let's go to a cooter. See what kind of cooters they got. Here's a be. Oh, this is a red belly cooter. This is one of the ones I was talking about right here. So this is a northern red belly cooter turtle. So this is, as you can see here, bottom of them. That's why they call them red bellies. But look at the top of the shell, like here. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can really see the pattern and stuff on this, and see how symmetrical this turtle is. Like, look at the lines on the back of the neck versus the lines here on the top of the head versus all the spotting on the shell. Like, look at that badass turtle. Even on the bottom here, you can see the feet have the same patterning, coloration, and the shell is just awesome looking on these guys. That's a peninsula cooter. Well, don't want to go there. Go back. And here's a group of little baby ones. But you can see, like, even with the babies, like, this being a peninsular one, this one, their patterning is a little bit different and stuff, but you still got all these cool colors and stuff coming out of these turtles, so. Oh, dang, Benji, I figured it was late over there, man. You need to go to sleep. You said COVID is the flu, barely anything. I hope not. Opened 2 overseas packages yesterday. Puking, splitting blood on a snot machine on legs. Oh god. What's up, soybean? Nice colors, yeah, for sure. And the saturation, yeah, yeah, for sure. Dude, turtles is like one of the more colorful creatures like you can find out in the world. It's because there's so many different kinds out there. Like, dude, I'm back. My bad. Sorry, hit the wrong button for a second. Let me share my screen one more time. Yeah, turtles like real super cool. But see, the only reason why I wouldn't get a turtle is because, as I mentioned before, like when you have to provide UVB for them. These guys are pretty much fully aquatic. They live in water. But they need to come out, dry out, and get out of the water too. So you got to have like a water land setup going on, filtration systems, keep the water clean. Because if it gets too dirty, they can get fungal infections and things like that. And this, that, and the third, and the whole water thing is a whole other aspect of like keeping an animal that I just really don't want to do. Not saying I wouldn't get one in the future, but we'll stick to all the other reptiles as of right now. Yeah, excuse me. I'm a little bit tired myself. I need to get up and get me another cup of coffee. We'll get it on moving. Gopher snakes, house snakes, indigo snakes, ribbon snakes, tricolor hognose, water snakes. They got all kind of stuff. Coach whoops, bull snakes. See what kind of indigo snake they got. Yeah, they got this thing for sale. 1,700. Good lord. You got the yellowtail crebo. That's pretty cool. 900. Can get you one of those. That'd be crazy. Eastern male indigo. 3 grand. So if you guys do not know, this is probably one of the most endemic snakes here in the US. This is our largest non-venomous snake in the whole entire US is the indigo snake. And this is also a very protected species here in the US. If you guys don't know that as well. So you ever see one, if you kill it, you probably go to jail for a very, 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 very long time. So I wouldn't recommend doing it. Like I said, they're non-venomous, so they won't hurt you. They just want rats and other things just running around, things like that in your yard. So definitely keep them around. These guys are also feed on rattlesnakes. Like, they live in dens with rattlesnakes as well too, and they eat rattlesnakes. So they also eat like venomous snakes. So I mean, another thing about this snake, they live in what is it? I forgot the turtle name. It's a Gopherus polyphemus, gopher turtle, gopher tortoise. Those guys dig burrows, and they're pretty much on the east coast. Well, let's say the what do they call it? The eastern The coastal plain. They pretty much live in the coastal plain here on the East Coast, and they dig burrows, and they're one endangered species as well because of habitat fragmentation. Us building and doing more industrialization is cutting in between their habitats, and that's what's causing a lot of issues with wildlife in general, like Florida panthers and other things like that. Because panthers, being large cats, they need vast amounts of area to roam around because normal house cats go miles. You know what I mean? Versus one that's, I'll say 100 pounds, a 100-pound cat, 200-pound cat. They're probably going to need to go way further than that. That's why I like places like in Africa with lions and stuff. You got nature preserves that's hundreds, probably hundreds of miles, probably. I mean, they don't want to be cooped up. So, but dude, yeah, dry marcon, coop, was it dry marcon cooperi? I think is their scientific name for these guys, indigo snakes. But they're real badass snakes. Famous favorite one, hands down. You say your friend had two turtles, yeah. So we just hit that hour mark, guys. So I'm going to play this for you guys one more time. Heck yeah, guys. All right, guys. So yeah, we're reaching that 1 hour mark, so we're gonna go ahead and cut it here. Appreciate you guys coming hanging out with us. Like I said, I got a couple other things I gotta do for the day. Try to get some more video content made for you guys. Hopefully, I can go find a good herping spot to go to after I get this stuff taken care of at the store and get some more reptile stuff. Feed these guys, make sure they're straight, and we should be good to go after that. So, heck yeah, get some coffee. Okay. Make sure my clothes are done drying. Make sure those are good. And, we'll enjoy the rest of the day. So, like I said, bro, we appreciate you guys always coming through, hanging out with us. And if you want me to do some more live streams like this, tell me down in the comments or in the chat, whichever one you want to do. If you're watching this in the replay or if you're watching this live, however so. But yeah, just holler at me and I'll be back in touch with you guys. And if you guys like the hat and the shades, or you want to see the mohawk come back out for a little one, let me know. I figured I'd do a little something, make it look a little cool on here. Since I do got my little cowboy hat with me. I'm a black cowboy all the way. But yeah, guys, appreciate it. And we're going to end it here. I'll holler at you guys in another session.